Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to We Create. How is everyone today? We create our happiness, we create our joy, we create our tomorrow, we create our future. Welcome, beautiful people. It's time to always be positive. How is everyone? Remember, you're beautiful and loved by the Creator. Welcome to Recreate. Can we take 5 minutes to take a deep breath? In this life, sometimes we just got to take deep breaths. I took my deep breaths. Did you? A question today is, what do you do if you're not happy at a job? I don't say it on my job because the job doesn't belong to you. On a job. Because if it's not your own business, you can't even lose your business. If it's not your own business, they can replace you anytime. So I always say, what do you do if you're not happy at a job? What would you do? Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on this topic. Is it the pay that make you not happy? What do you do if you think it's the pay? Should you speak to your supervisor? Should you wait until your promotion time or evaluation time? Just asking questions when they're evaluating you to see how much they'll raise. Or do you try to get another job and see if you get a better pay on the next job? What is your idea on that? Next one, is it the hours? Are you getting less hours that make it not possible for you to pay your bills, not even buy the gas to put in your car or to take the bus? Is it the hours? Do you accept the hours that is given to you, or did you select for full and they tell you that you're going to do these like a 4 hour, 5 hour until, you know, they bump you up to 8 hours? If you agreed on that, well, you did. Well, if you didn't, they told you it's full time, but we're going to try out on 4 hours, 5 hours, and then we see how you fit into our organization. That should not be. Because if the application said full time, it should be full time. If the application said part time, it should be part time, not full time. And they change it once you did the interview, did everything you're supposed to do, then they give you shorter hours. And you're there waiting, because I know of a situation like this, that's why I'm talking about it. You're there now, past the probation period, and you're still not getting full time. And when you did request full time, someone else override it. What would you do? Let me know exactly what would you do in that situation. The person I knew, they got themselves something else and they left because they were hired for full time. They put them on part time, and when the probation period is up, and one supervisor okay the person to go full time, the manager override it. Okay, the next scenario, is it because of the supervisor? Is the supervisor not being professional? Is the supervisor harassing you? Is the supervisor, to your opinion, is being discriminative? Because I know a situation like that. Do you just keep on working and pray that one day she like you or one day she do good by you? Is it that the supervisor choose you to give all the hard work to, and put more work on your paper and then give others less? Should you go to the supervisor and said, Mr. and Miss So-and-so, I noticed you put 10 tasks on my paperwork and I've seen the rest. They only have 5, 6 tasks. Can you please help me like split it up because there's no way for me to finish all this tasks in 8 hours? I know of a situation where the supervisor just didn't care. What do you do? If you send it to management and management say they'll take care of it, but they never did until it's escalated, what would you do if you realize you were being discriminated against, that you were picked on, that you were being harassed? What would you do? If you're the one that the supervisor, if a supervisor yell at you, I know of the situation where the supervisor yell in front of customer, and this person was working a hospital in front of patients and co-worker. What would you do? Should you stay calm? I would stay calm and then address it to a management. Or normally some companies have the 1-800 number where you can call and make complaints without the person knowing who called in. But obviously they're gonna know it's you because you're the one they yelled at. Or they cursed at you. What would you do? Because some people, once they get a position, they just lost it. They just lost it. All of a sudden, they're so powerful that they forgot that they're your coworkers. And this power struggle, like they want you to respect them by abusing you. Because if you're being abusive, they will gain respect. I don't understand how that works in their book, but that doesn't sound right. And a lot of people, tell me what you go through on your job. What made it uncomfortable? Or if it was a past situation, tell me what happened and how did you solve it? The next scenario is, what make you uncomfortable on the job? Is it a coworker that's bullying you? They constantly want to pick a fight with you? That just makes you very uncomfortable because you know the person is being hostile for no reason at all. They just don't like you from the get-go. People are like that. I was on a job that happened to me. This girl came in on the job, new girl, and this girl just didn't like me, and I didn't know why. Because some people don't like when you work hard. Some people don't like when you're positive. Some people don't like when you have confidence in yourself. They think you shouldn't be so confident, or I don't like that person. But you're not there to like someone. You're there to do your 8 hour, get your pay, and go home. And that's how I look at it. I just go to work to get my 8 hours in and get my paycheck on my pay period to pay my bills. And sometimes some folks, because you're not wanting to talk about other coworker with them, you refuse to gossip with them or put someone down, they turn around and say you think you're better than them. And then they start hating on you. Because to me, if that person can talk about somebody else, when your back is turned, they're going to talk about you too. So I try to stay away from people talk about people. I try. And if I'm with someone that's talking about people, I try to change the subject, because I'm not, unless it's something like, the person got in an accident, that's different. Or if the person fall on hard times, or if the person asks you for help, you can speak to your spouse about that. You don't have to speak to like other coworker about that. But like you can talk to your coworker and say, you know what? Yeah, I'm sorry, your spouse, and say, this coworker asked me for this help, and I'm talking to you. What do you think that I should do that? Yes or no? And your spouse talk over it. and then you can make a decision. But don't go telling other coworker, you know that Miss P asked me for this to help rent or to help pay light. Nah, you should never talk to another coworker about what the next coworker said. Because remember, when you bring a conversation to someone, it does not return to the person you're speaking about in the same manner that you did. And that's why sometimes there's such misunderstanding and it starts arguments and people hating each other. So if somebody, they don't have to tell you, don't tell nobody that I'm asking you for help, or don't tell nobody that I told you my husband is abusing me or my wife is abusing me. Don't tell nobody. They don't have to tell you that if they're confining you like that. What you think? You should be a convey, or if you think that you can't handle it, you say you can let the person know. You're free to say, oh, you know what, you don't have to tell me. Don't go further. I don't want you to tell me anything because I don't want, if you hear something back, you think it's me. With you not telling me, I would advise you to, speak to your pastor. Speak, if you can't afford a psychiatrist, speak to a pastor. But I can't handle this because, especially if you work in a place where there's a lot of folks, especially a lot of females, don't tell me anything, because if you hear it back, you're gonna say it's me when you don't remember that you told more people about the situation. So normally, if it's something that's real serious, and I think like the person should speak to a pastor, let the pastor give them their opinion. Because I remember one time someone asked me my opinion a long time ago. And when I gave it to her, she went back to somebody else to ask their opinion, and then she sided with a person, and she came back to me and said, "Oh, you're not a friend because you would have advised me this way, and that person advised me that way." That was so weird to me, and I'm like, "Then why you ask me for my opinion? You could have, if you wanted to ask somebody else for their opinion, and it's different from mine. You respect theirs, you just respect them, but you don't come at me with that. I just gave you my honest opinion, and if my honest opinion don't suit you, then it is what it is." I'm just saying, we have to be very careful what we say to folks, what we do, and sometimes stay in our lane. Because if you're on someone, you know their personality, and they don't take telling, and they so easily upset, and they're thin skinned that anything you say to them, it hurts. Then you know how to read that room and say, if she comes to me and asks me, you just say, you know what, honestly, I don't know what to say. Honestly, I don't know what to say. But if you have someone like your mom or your dad or your pastor, bring it to them and hear what they say. Or you just say, I just don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I heard you. I heard for you. And all I can do is pray for you. Well, this is all I have for today. I gave you a little more time this time because, I have much time today. So thank you, lovely people. Remember, you're blessed, you're precious. And I have to go back to work. Bye.